What's up, y'all? It's Mr. Ugly. I'm back. All right, man. I know I've been gone for a minute, man, but let me tell y'all what's been going on, man. So, I damn, I be burning these pancakes, man. Damn, man, it's like the second pancake I done fucking burnt, man. Y'all see this shit? It's the second one. I'm eating pancakes at 7 o'clock. I don't know how to taste for some pancakes. I burnt that motherfucker, man. The other ones I did, alright. These are alright though, but I burnt. It's the second one I burnt, man. But anyway, man. So here we go. Here we go. Another fail. So I had been off and on, man, like talking to this girl off and on, man, for a minute. And we had went out a couple times. But also we was just on some friendship shit. So she was like, she said she had a boyfriend. Well, she said she had a dude that she was dealing with, which was her ex. Because she said that she was living with him, with his sister, and she would, he would always take her car and go and leave, and so she said one day he came home real late in her car, and she asked him where you been, and he grabbed her by the neck and choked her and told her don't be asking me nothing. And then they started arguing, and he told her to get out his sister's house. So he physically drug her out the house. So she said she was through with him. So so that's how I met her. I met her during that process. But she said they had still been like texting each other. So I was like, why are you still texting him? Like, why are you even still communicating with him? Then she goes, because I love him. She goes, because I love him. I said, so you love a man that physically threw you out his sister's house, knew you ain't had nowhere to go. He physically threw you out his sister's house, so you love him. She said, yeah, we got history. I said, you're worrying about the history that you got with a man, and the history that she got with this man is like a year. She got like a year history with this man. And I told her, I was in a 14-year relationship. That's history. A 1-year relationship, 2-year relationship, you just learning each other. That's not history. You just learning each other. So she go, yeah, blah blah blah. I was like, I'm just telling you. So she goes, blah 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 blah. So she came over one night, and we fucked and shit, and she but the whole time she was over here, she was on the phone, so she was texting him. So she was like, yeah, it's my ex. It's my ex texting me, blah, 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 blah. So at this point, I was trying to get the pussy. So we fucked and shit. And she leaves and go to work. She leaves and go to work. She lives with her mom. She lives with her mom and her mom's boyfriend. So, and her two brothers. So she kind of sleeps on the couch. So she goes, well, I'm going home. So she went home and shit, whatever. And so we had been doing this for like 2 weeks. So she came over. So she left that time, and then she didn't come back until like maybe a week later. So she came over a week later, and she came chilled with me, and we fucked, and she spent the night. She left again. So here lately, she texted me and she was like, "Yo," she texted me. She was like, me and my ex is talking about getting back together. So I said, well, since you're doing that, I'm just gonna fall back on you. So she was like, I understand. So I fell back on her. Stopped texting and everything for like maybe 3 days. So like say Monday, I fell back on her. So by Friday, she texted me, told me, can we talk? So I started not to respond, right? But then I responded, yeah. So she called me, then she goes, yeah, I'm just done with him now. He just full of shit. He told me that he was fucking a virgin while he was with me. No, he just was disrespectful. So I was like, okay. So at this point, so she's like crying and she's upset. So I said, well, so I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna hate on the man. I'm not gonna say nothing hateful about him. But I'm just like, you're a grown woman. You should have knew that the man didn't have no feelings for you when he put you out. You know what I'm saying, like that. So She goes, yeah, yeah, he just was going. And it seems like black women now are having a lot of excuses for black men. Like when a black man shoot a black woman, oh, he just was going through something. I forgive him. The white man is on his neck so bad that he had to shoot me, so I forgive him because of the white man. It's the white man's fault that he shot me. It's not his ignorance and his stupidness. It's the white man's fault. It's society fault that he shot me. And it's like that's what I'm noticing a lot of black women doing now. Like they're making excuses for black men bullshit. So so I go, well, all right, cool. So last night she texted me. She called me and she said, she called me last night because I worked last night. So she asked me, it's crazy because she texted me like, as soon as I walked in the door, I got the text. And it was like, what you doing? So I said, I just walked in the door from work. What's up? She said, well, I'm coming over. I said, all right, cool. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I need some pussy. I need a little pussy. You know what I'm saying? I need something. So I cleaned up the house and shit. Because I'm telling you about with me, I'm not a nasty person. I'm just a disorganized person, man. I think, and my therapist said that's part of my therapist said that's depression. That's just depression. That's your depression that you don't clean up behind yourself. So I was like, yeah, like me. So it's not gonna say I'm not nasty. It's just you see how the counter is, like how I just leave shit on the counter and shit. Like I don't like this glass, instead of drinking all this, I leave it here. Shit like that, man. Like this room. Like this room. You see how I got the clothes right here? Like this is a spare room. You see how I got clothes here? Clothes and shit all in this bed. This is a spare room. Clothes here. You know what I'm saying? Clothes and shit here. It's like instead of taking this shit upstairs and put it, you see how I got this shit here. So I'm just disorganized. Like I'm just not nasty, it's just disorganized. So anyway, so I started cleaning up and shit, you know what I'm saying? So then she texts me about 30 minutes later, I'm not coming. So at this point, man, I'm like, man, you know what? She said she's not coming. She decided to stay with her homegirl. So at this point, I'm like, all right, cool, man. So I guess my question to y'all is, man, should I just go ahead and because my thing is this, man, I'd rather block a person. When I'm just tired and fed up with it, I just block you. And what that does, that limits my desire to text you. And also, too, that limits my desire that when you text me, that limits me from responding. I just block you. Just done. So do y'all think I should just block her, man? Just be done? Like, just block her. Just be done with it. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments.